So I have more bad news to bring you today. Dr. Michael Brown from In the Line of Fire is now facing allegations of sexual misconduct.
Says Aaron said she was alone in Brown's office one day when he asked her to kiss him on the lips. She said she didn't want to kiss him, so she gave him a peck that day. Kisses on the lips, however, would become a part of their goodbyes when they spent time alone. So she gave him a peck that day. Kisses on the lips, however, would become a part of their goodbyes when they spent time alone. It was no longer Brown was asking for a kiss, she recalled. It was Brown leaning down to get a kiss. I knew I couldn't stop it, or I felt I couldn't stop it. End quote. Again. Brown later began slapping Aaron's buttocks habitually, Aaron said. So every time you see the young woman, you slapping on the booty. It's like a habit. It's habitually. Anyway, it says the publication cited multiple former employees of the ministry who say they witnessed what appeared to be inappropriate behavior between Brown and Aaron, including Aaron sitting in his lap. See that? Damn. Aaron also told TRR that she found a letter while house sitting for Brown and his wife Nancy, in which he confessed to having an inappropriate relationship with a married woman. Oh man, Brown is a freak. Let's read that again. Aaron also told TRR that she found a letter while house sitting for Brown and his wife Nancy, in which he confessed to having an inappropriate relationship with a married woman. So Brown is freaky deaky.
This house is mine, and everything in this house.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Recha HaKwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to you, brethren, your fellow believers of this truth, and shalom to the elect. So anyway, before I get started in the commentary of this video, I did put the clip in there with Dr. Brown, visualizing the Dr. Brown situation. I'm not sure if it went as that far as the video clip, but it's still all deception, at the end of the day. It's still considered sexual misconduct, whether you put your hands on the woman and grabbing it and feeling on her, or you kissing her in the mouth, or you literally having sex with her, right? Because if that woman belongs to another man, which he is also was, as I put in the intro, Elder Manat Zadba, I believe Elder Yashawama, Apostle Tahar, and various other brothers, GMS Vegas, Karatazar, Elder Karatazar, did videos on it. I'm just now able to get around to doing a video on it. And if this, and he was alleged had an adulterous affair with a woman who actually had a husband. And there's other allegations supposed to be coming out on him for when I was checking out. We'll see. I don't know how far it'll go, but we'll see. But this all shows you that Christians, what they will do, because they love him and they're followers of him, what they will do is make an excuse for him. They'll all say we fall short of the glory. We got a lot of blood of Jesus to cover us. And this is exactly what T.D. Jakes did when he got caught in his scandal. They always claim it's the blood of Jesus, but the thing about it, when you repented, the Lord said, go and sin no more. Right? So you can't feely up on a woman or just have sex with a woman. Right? Now in the ancient times, you took a woman, you grabbed a woman or whatever, you felt on a woman if she didn't belong to anybody. But if you took this woman, then you would. This is why when you go to church, right, in a Christian church, when they go to get married, they'll ask the father who gives this daughter away, this woman away. In order to give something away, you have to have possession of it. So the father would have had possession of his daughter, and he would give her in a business arrangement to another man. right? But Dr. Brown, he's a huckster and a scam artist. I believe I'm going to come out with a video on that. Dr. Brown is he's not practicing what he preaches, right? Let's go to Matthew 23. Let's go to Matthew 23. I try not to make this too long. Verse 2. The scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. Although whatsoever they bid ye observe, that observe and do. What you don't want to observe and do after this guy. This guy is totally bugged out, right? It says, but do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. And that goes into the word hypocrite, which goes into liar. Like when you have an actor, that they would be considered hypocrites, liars, right? Because the story they're promoting isn't an actual real story. It's a fictional story. So this man feels that they can use kind words in religion to manipulate people, but meanwhile he's kissing young women and feeling on them, committing adultery, manners of evil. And I would say, according to what he teaches, like if we teach a man is supposed to only have one wife, and we're putting it out there, right? A man can have only one wife, which is false, but a man can only have one wife, right? A man is not supposed to be touching and feeling on women, right? If I'm teaching these things, but I'm coming right behind doing everything I teach against, then that would make me a hypocrite and a liar. And that's what makes Dr. Brown a hypocrite and a liar. He's a Christian who doesn't believe in adulterous affairs, what he call it. If a man lay with another woman, even if she's single, he still considers that adultery. At least I think they teach that. They're pure Christians. They also teach that you're not supposed to look at another woman when you're married. Yeah, well, we see that's different too. It's a whole lot of things that they teach that they don't do. And they'll all come back and say, we all fall short of the glory. They don't even understand what Paul was talking about with that, going into those Pharisees who was boasters of the law. I am of Abraham, you know, and they ridiculing and criticizing people. And then Paul would say, well, look, we all fell short of the glory. What did you do? You know what I'm saying? Some of them didn't even believe in the resurrection. So if you claiming to follow the Bible and you don't believe in the Messiah, and why this man who claims to be a small hat, right? Why isn't he over there trying to wake them up? I know he does some debates on rabbis, but why isn't he trying to wake them up? Why isn't he getting on planes trying to go over there and wake them up? Right? We don't see that either. Let's go to Ezekiel 37 and 26. No, let me go here first. Ezekiel 22 and 26. Let me see here. It says, her priests have violated my law and have profaned mine holy things. Now, this man claims he's a child of God, right? They have put no difference between the holy and the profane. Neither have they shewed differences between the unclean and the clean, and have hid their eyes from my Sabbaths, and I am profaned among them, right? So you would have, just because you follow the Sabbath, don't make you righteous, because you would be doing wicked things on the Sabbath, such as this Israelite group who says you can have sex on the Sabbath. That's still profaning the Sabbaths, not the fact that you're still following it. These guys, they're all hypocrites. Let's go to verse 27. Her princes in the midst thereof are like wolves ravening the prey, to shed blood, to destroy souls, to get dishonest gain, right? This would go to our people, but this would go into them as well, right? Our people will sell out to these type of people, this man you see here, right? He'll get whatever he get to get dishonest gain, even if it takes another man's wife. And when you really think about it, look at this man's face, man. I mean, just look at him. Let's be honest. He has to use all kind of manipulative tactics to get what he want, right? But he's using that background of that doctor and that prestigious title. I'm the PhD. I notice in all his videos when he do the debates, he'll talk about how much he's a doctor, how knowledgeable he is, and how many PhDs he got. And some of that stuff you get in a short amount of time, depending on your craft. But like T.D. Jakes, it takes him like 2 years to get a doctor's degree to learn how to speak. So, to me, it's all fraudulent anyway. In fact, let's get a scripture on that real quick. I think it's in 1 Corinthians 3, verse 19. Let me see if I can find it. 3:18 or 19. I ain't read this in a long time. Yep, 3:19. It says, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh, with God here. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. All that sick manner of evils that you brought out against the Israelites, right? Now, Vocab Malone, who's an agent himself, he has managed to find every little story he can conjure up. Some of them probably made up. He doesn't care if it's a true story or not. He doesn't care if the allegations is correct. Is it false? Is it true? So somebody can print a false narrative and a false story and put it out there on so-called Black Hebrew Israelism. Vocab will be the first to be on there, right, and do a video on it. See, but the problem with Christianity teach love Jesus, love God, love Christ. Now, Christ was an adulterer, right? He slept with his own sister and his father joined in, Rodrigo, right? He was a poisoner. He was a destructive force to our people through the forced conversions of blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? And other nations, right? They did all kind of wicked evils and manners of wickedness in the name of Christianity. That Joseph Smith, right? And various others. Martin Luther, who did some rewriting, Erasmus, and I can't remember the rest. But they did a whole number on the people of Israel, especially through that damn reformation. When that reformation means to reform, to redo. So they redid it. And a part of the reformation is when, in the time that they took the Bible destruction group, took the pages out of the Bible and then gave it to us for slavery. And then when it was broken for generations like that, then they decided to put us back to convert us. And our people was willing to convert because they were destroyed. But the only history vocab and the only history Dr. Brown would bring out is the fact that it was a particular time where the gospel was waking black and Hispanics up. The blacks and Hispanics up. That's the only thing that they know. They don't know that the root core of that was forcing conversion on us and killing us. Right? And this is why they said the terminology, are you saved in the Lord? And our people was dying for not believing in that. Right? So they would go up to somebody and say, are you saved in the Lord? And they were like, yes, I'm saved in the Lord. So the Most High put fear in us, to fear that Jesus. But now we're waking up. And you got a lot to pay for. Right? This is just the beginning, man. You got a lot to pay for. Ezekiel 37:26. Moreover, will I make a covenant in peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, the Israelites. And I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. So this man, Dr. Brown, who claims he's the people of God, he's the people of the Bible, and it's fraud, right? Because that's what he is. He's an old fraud, man. These Christians, various other Christians, and the flunky black Christians that follow them, they would say, well, it doesn't matter. We become Israelites through the Spirit. It has nothing to do with flesh, although Hosea 8 and Jeremiah 31 says different. You know what these people will say? All the black Christians, you know what they say? They say, once you turn your life over to Christ, you are now a Hebrew Israelite. Now, I don't know why Vocab and Dr. Michael L. Brown don't tell those people that over in that unholy land. You know what they'll say? That those are the real people of God. They're the true chosen. So why is Dr. Brown claiming himself to be a Jew? Right? If it doesn't matter and you can convert to whatever you want to convert to being a Jew. So why when we teach the Bible, you can't accept us being Jews? Then you go to ethnicity. Because we call it ethnicity. But if you was a man of your God, you wouldn't preach against what we teach. And let's say you do, but you would also own up and say that you can be Jews too. You should be Jews because you converted to the truth. But he doesn't say that. His whole job is to attack us for what we're saying according to the Bible. We're the true people, right? And this is when he'll come and say, I've been a PhD for 30 years. I got this in studies, the Yiddish talk and everything else. But at the end of the day, why are these hypocritical Christians, right? Why are they sitting up there saying, bringing out the fact that these people claim that they're the people of God? Why are we holding on to that then? If anybody can convert to be an Israelite, why are you still setting those people up to be the heads? Yeah, but they won't answer that. I haven't heard a Christian answer that yet. Bunch of phonies. That's how you know they're fraudulent. This man, he has a problem with Israelites saying that they're the real Jews. That's his problem. He doesn't care about anything else, right? But according to his doctrine, they teach that all can be Israelites. All they got to do is believe. At least I think his doctrine like that. I'm not sure. Or what he teaches is we're the people of God and you blacks and Hispanics got to come under us. Anyway. It says, my tabernacle also shall be with them. Yea, I will be their God and they shall be my people. Right? When they took that identity, this is what they want. They want that identity. And that's why we're destroyed. So they can say God is with them. It says, and the heathen shall know that the Lord do sanctify Israel, not that land, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. This is why you see Israelites out on damn near every corner. You can't fight against that. You can, but you're going to lose. Where are all the Christians? I hear one of the guys tell me, we've been going out before y'all. Yeah, when y'all was going out through your phony ministries, you Jesuits, destroying and killing people and holding the cross up, you know, forcing people to convert, and then it was destroyed. Then you went out and did some street preaching, trying to act like you was Apostle Paul. You bunch of phonies. And then all these Christians, right, leaders, they had slaves. And I dare anyone to tell me I'm lying. The abolitionists, they had slaves, all in the name of Christianity. Yeah, right. We don't believe you phonies no more, man. And you know what? Whether this is true or not, I really don't give a damn. In fact, I hope it is true, to be honest. I hope it is true. I hope more further allegations come out, or facts, statement of facts come out on this guy, on this musty stash Edomite, man. He knows why he do it. Look, take a good look. Zoom in. He feels he got the power. He feels he got the PhD. He got that J word over top of him. And they feel invincible. It's interesting to see how many more things are going to come out. Or will the media sweep it under the rug and keep exposing Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, right? T.D. Jakes, P. Diddy, all Jakes. But his people, right, over top of that whole situation are the ones that set it all up and do it. And there's interviews on it. And you know what they said? Oh, them blacks, they just love the money. See, you caused us to go off in air, man. Well, the Lord did, but you set the stage. You small hats. And you're going to have to pay. Jeremiah 30:16. All they did